Oh, yes, friends.
Happy
Oh,
Freedom
not this
Friday. Happy
What's that
Freedom.
now?
Oh no,
Boy, it
echo.
wouldn't be Friday if it wasn't Friday.
No, it wouldn't be our show.
What can I say?
Ah.
I think Here come the women. You know, I was examining that particular lyric,
Here come the
and
women.
I think that's proper English, although it sounds like an idiot. Here come the women.
Right. Here
Right?
come the women.
When you say it like, here come the women, but it's not here comes the women,
Nope.
right? It's
Here
not
come
here
the
coming
women.
the women, not in this particular case. And so, right?
Yeah, thank you, Kitty. Thank you, Gail.
Let's see, man. Boom.
That's right.
May the
Freedom.
hood'll bring good fortune.
And Kitty, we're loving your rabbits.
Yeah, man. You know,
We have tons of rabbits
she
this
says
year.
to me, "Did you see the armadillo this morning?"
Did you take a picture?
Did I?
Yeah.
No, I told you I didn't see him.
For the past
We
couple
said,
days.
you know, as the sun changes throughout the year, so does our morning hang. Sometimes we hang a certain part of the year. We hang in what we call the tea garden. It's just where it is, because I just drink. Every tea garden is a tea garden because I drink tea in it.
But we just put a bench under a
But
nice
we
big
have
shade
now we have
tree.
the tree garden, which isn't really a garden at all. We have this like giant frickin' Game of Thrones tree of knowledge,
Right, but it's plenty of shade for Remy.
and
You choose sticks under there.
it's a different. It's nice. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a nice place to hang. So why was I even talking
Because
about
we have a different view now. And Steve was looking, it was about, I know exactly what time it was. It was 8:53
Oh, that's what it was, the
in the
armadillo.
morning. And he says, look, something's running down the driveway with a tail.
Because you could see the tail. You know what I mean? I mean, guys, I don't wear glasses,
So he got
and I haven't had any surgery, and I don't wear contacts, so it's.
It was an armadillo, a big one.
It was an armadillo.
Then the next
But
morning,
we saw him 2 times in a row.
same time. And he's coming into our driveway from, I don't know
There's
where.
outside. We are the first house in our neighborhood,
Yep.
and it's a private neighborhood, meaning that there's no outlet. If you're in here, it's because you want to be in the neighborhood. It just
Right.
goes only this one in and out.
So we don't know.
So
if
he either had to come from across the street, the main street of our neighborhood, or he had to come in across the parkway.
I don't
which-
think he did. No.
Well,
I don't think he did. And the first day, look, that's how it happened. Okay, Steve's throwing the ball for Remy, right? The tennis ball. And it went into these bushes. And then all of a sudden this little thing comes hopping out of the bushes. And I said, "What is that? A baby bunny?" And Steve ran over to see what it was because it went and hid under
it's
another
like the
bush.
size of this mouse that you can't see.
It was
It's small. It's
very- like the size of this.
like the size of Pokey.
Yeah. And
It
was a
and it
baby
came hop-
mockingbird, but it had its feathers, so like
But it was little, and it just.
Right. And when Steve picked it up, all of a sudden, Mom and Dad came flying around.
Oh, wow, must be time. Oh, the ice cream's here.
So Steve said, "All right, Mom and Dad are here. We don't need to like put him in a box because he wasn't that little. He had feathers.
No, he was fully feathered.
Yeah.
He still had a couple little down things on the back of his head, but he was like, he had full gear.
He was probably practicing
And-
flying,
And man, he
Didn't
was
do
funny
so
and
good.
all. So I did the sneak. I distracted him over here and then grabbed him in the front.
and then
And he made one. He kept his mouth open, and his parents were like, I mean,
but they didn't dive bomb Steve.
yeah, they didn't dive bomb me.
No.
And so I just put him in. We have a bush. So I put him in the appropriate bush where the parents could see that he was left alone and
Yeah.
safe.
And then, like 5 minutes after that, that's when the armadillo was running down the driveway. And 2 mornings in a row, the same time. And now we thought they were nocturnal, but we did rent a house on Sanibel for a month before we moved here to see if we wanted to live there. And during the day, an armadillo would come with its babies every day, like around 2 o'clock. So I don't really know.
No,
Oh.
we don't really know.
And we have an update about the honeybees. I saw on the news.
Update about the honey. Oh, that's okay.
I saw on the news that it is so hot everywhere that the honeybees are dying. And what they do is they look for water to cool off, and they're telling people to put like a bucket out with something that that's floating in it that they can sit on and get cooled off.
Little chairs.
Because the past couple of months we've been finding dead ones in our pool.
No, I've not found dead ones. I found ones stranded, but I saved them and they flew away.
I have found dead ones.
Well,
so we made a honeybee bath today.
well, we have all these containers all over the place. So we filled one of them up with water, and put like a brick in it, a paver in it, because we have leftover pavers, and so they can, come in and out. They have like it's like the shore.
So
They
people
can walk down the paver into the water, cool off, and go back up into the, what is that they go back up into?
the coral vine.
The coral vine. They go
Yes.
back up into the coral vine.
Wait. Sue says cut up apples very small with water. Put that in there for the honeybees?
Not.
There's like a vine up above where the water is that they love, that's full of nectar. And the news said to leave it in the same place, the water, so they know where it is.
Right.
So let's help save the bees. People.
Yeah, yes, let's help save the bees.
Oh, Sue has 3 bird baths. Yay! We have 2. But the more the merrier.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? Anyway, so here we are, Free for All Friday. In case you're wondering about the little QR code, we're now on the podcast. Once the show finishes at the end of the night, it gets uploaded to the podcast, so it goes to Apple and whatever, all the Spotify and My Music, whatever.
Wherever your podcasts are.
So if
available.
the podcasts are great. I mean the ours is great.
We put our TV on the other day, and one was on YouTube, and
Yeah,
we hadn't even signed up.
just
to
in
YouTube.
general,
Oh, I see a paw.
if you haven't,
Come on, Papa. Come on, I see you, Remy.
well, all right. I
Really?
guess it's time for this.
Come on. Remy.
Oh, you're on camera.
Who is?
No, you are.
Okay. See, I'm on the bottom again. Okay, I heard it this time. All right. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I gotta go get another hat. Okay.
Yeah.
I may have to leave for a little while because I gotta bring Stella her glasses because she forgot her glasses at home when she went to work.
See.
So
I can't see now.
no. So I might have to bring her glasses, and I'll be back for pasture time.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm
For pasture time. Oh, did you even
I'm getting
remember
depressed
pasture?
with the pastures. I got to tell you, bad shit happened all throughout history on this day.
Really?
No, well, there was okay. There was a few good things. Well,
Yeah,
not really.
I think I've done my last. I'm doing my future, right? If I don't see you in the future, I'll see you in the pasture. I think it's time to go to the future.
Okay, we can go to the future then.
So, because I want to see you all in the future,
Yeah. Okay.
not just in the pasture.
So we're no more pastures in that
I'm
time.
not saying no. I didn't say that. I didn't. Did I say no more pastures? No.
No, you didn't say that.
Yeah, but your message, you're
All right. I'm going to tell you
things.
before everybody comes in. I'm going to tell you what I did. I'm looking at the things and it's all kinds of on this day they drove the Prussians out of
Oh, I'll find something
Bulgaria.
good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I saw that. I saw a lot of bad stuff.
Now this is the Book of Kings.
it's always good. Yeah. Yeah.
There he is.
Hey,
Okay.
All right.
Booker, I'm loving what is it? Where no when what is the new Star Trek?
Oh, Strange New Worlds.
Strange
Strange
New
New
Worlds.
Worlds.
Yeah,
Yes,
because I mean I've been filming that show my whole life, but this is it's great. It's
it is.
yeah.
It is.
oh, what about okay?
And-
Spock. When you tell him about the
What?
he saw it, but when Spock, they told him to play the Vulcan harp because it would relax him, and then he's playing it, and they knocked on his
So
door.
she told him to turn it down.
Complete-
May I inquire as to who?
Who asked wanted you to me to turn it to? Who was my noise complaint?
Yeah, and they would
But the
tell
thing that blew my mind is I was looking for the original series, and they don't have the pilot, the Pike episode. They don't have that. It starts with episode 2.
Yeah, you have to look for the Pike episode.
Yeah.
So because of what's going on with T'Pring and Spock
Yeah,
and Christine Chapel,
Oh,
yeah,
I decided to go back, because we got to be coming up on Amok time, right? I mean, if you
Yeah.
and with the freaking bells and all that shit, and whoever
Yeah.
Stan was her guy, so she's not hanging out with Stan yet, right? And then
Yeah.
who was the old lady? T'Pau makes him fight with the An Woon.
that's right.
An Woon, now you fight An Woon.
we went back.
So we went back to
season.
watch it,
Yeah.
right? And Spock's throwing shit out. This is it's 60s. It's throwing shit out of his room, and Nurse Chapel's there, and I didn't realize that thing. I
She
never
had
put
a
it
thing
together.
for him. She was
had a
making
thing
him
for him all the way
special
back
soup.
then.
Yeah.
And Spock, I think it was McCoy said, "Will you never learn?" or something like
Yeah.
that. And it was like, holy shit, this has
Yeah.
been going on forever. So
Mm.
anyway,
Yeah. But it's good. I like it.
yeah, it's great. It's great. And the
In real life, what's his name? Gene Roddenberry had an affair with Nurse Chapel, who was his wife in real life, right?
Right.
right, yeah.
Yes.
Right? And Nichelle Nichols, who played Uhura.
No.
Wait. Gene Roddenberry had an affair with Michelle
Uhura?
Nichols
Yep.
before he was married to.
No, while he was married.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh,
That
So
caused
no
friction?
wonder. Did you know that Majel Barrett was the voice of the computer?
Major, yeah.
Yeah, Majel Barrett. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she was
Wow.
what's her name's mother in Next Generation. She was Marina Sirtis. Who?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The
Yeah.
Counselor Troy.
Yeah.
It's her mother, Betazoid. Anybody still awake? You know you watch it.
Have you seen the latest episode?
Yeah, we just saw the latest one. I
Yeah.
don't know if we saw the.
Well, we didn't watch Thursday's one.
Yeah, we didn't watch.
We
No,
watched-
That's the latest, yeah.
Yeah.
I watched it last night. Yeah.
We'll watch it tonight.
We'll
Yeah,
watch it tonight.
that'll be tonight.
We've been watching Harry Potter.
Yeah, we've never seen the Harry Potter movies, man. So we decided.
Really?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we're sure you have because you've got grandkids and kids, but we have never. And they're
Yeah.
good.
They're a good ride.
Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah, because I mean, we were. She
no, I
goes.
never watched them either.
Really?
No.
You wouldn't like them.
It's kind of like Cinderella in the beginning. You
I
know?
am kidding. Oh, here we.
But
oh,
they
wow.
come. They.
This
They.
is going to
you
be
know,
interesting. Hang on. I have a
couple-
dilemma here.
Wait,
I have,
wait,
I have a
Booker is
musical
talking.
dilemma. Wait, no, just
Booker's
wait.
talking.
I don't want to cut him off. That's why I need to do this at the right time.
Okay.
Hey, Joe.
I had to
Hey,
play,
Joe, hey, Mousy.
I had to play
Hi.
their theme songs at the same time.
You're mashing it up, bro.
Yeah, I'm getting crazy up in here. Wait till I put my mouse ears on. And of course, Jeff, we gotta wait till the solo's over. Hey, Jeff, that's all you get.
Where are you going?
Are there drums in that vehicle?
Drumsticks.
Drumsticks.
Okay, that's good. Drumsticks counts.
Yeah.
Drumsticks count. That's great.
Where you going?
Yeah, why?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Atlanta.
What are you doing with sticks in Atlanta, Georgia?
Nothing. We're going for see our granddaughter's concert with what is it? Girls Camp. Girls Rock Camp.
Oh,
Oh.
Cool.
so you have tie sticks.
Hi, Judith.
Hi, Judith.
Hey, Judith.
And I wanted to tell Booker we're going to be passing by Bluebell Creameries.
Oh, you
What a
little
jerk.
bastard. Nashville.
What a jerk.
We
Look
don't
at
even.
his face. Look at Booker's face.
We feel so bad. We don't even eat it anymore.
You didn't hear
Seriously.
it. You bastard.
Oh, it's too late. We're already closed, Jude.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, take the tour. Why don't you next Friday?
Yeah.
Oh, on Monday.
And Joe, how are you on this fine Friday evening?
Yeah.
Good. It's been a long week, so I'm feeling good. It was
Oh,
a
really?
pretty crazy week.
What happened?
You feeling good that it's over, or feeling good that it was long?
No, feeling good that it's over so far. I mean, every day there's another crisis. So, but you know, a crisis comes, gets solved. Take a breath for a second, and then there's another crisis.
I know that song.
There are hills and valleys
Yes,
in
there
everyone's
are.
life.
Yeah, but it's
listen,
friggin' exhausting. It really is. I'm in my own personal battle against stupidity myself this week. So,
you
and
know,
I'm just tired of taking taking it on the chin after a while.
you know,
Yep.
I recently had an episode of that myself, and I said, "Ha, one step closer,
That's right.
one step closer."
That's right.
I had it,
Every
and it's
closed
weird.
door and every no is one step closer to your open door and your yes.
And I'm scanning every day because, you know, I said it, and rest in peace, Tony Bennett. What a fantastic life
Tony
I
Bennett.
mean, man, come on.
Got to see him twice.
Almost 97 in 2 weeks.
So
he would've
many
been
times
97.
I've used him as an example, you know, making a point to somebody about it's not just about a fad or a style, or it's somebody that, you know, no, if you can make shit disappear, it doesn't matter what year it is, right? I mean, it's still amazing. So that's, man, Tony Bennett. And I said I had the honor of displaying some of my art at an art exhibit with his art, and there was some Lennon and other people there. You know, it was amazing. But what a guy. Amazing.
What an amazing artist on so many levels. And, you know, I read something really interesting about him today. I didn't realize, probably because we were in our own little world doing whatever we were doing,
Go
but that
figure.
he had a really serious cocaine addiction in the 70s. And
He
he kind
did.
of dropped off the planet.
For 10 years.
He overdosed in his bathtub. His wife at the time, like, brought him back to life and saved him. And the thing that changed him, the sentence that changed his life, was he was talking to Lenny Bruce's manager. And Lenny Bruce's manager was saying how, you know, of course, Lenny Bruce dies of a drug overdose. And he said, you know, the thing that made me really angry and upset about the whole thing is that his addiction and his drug use was a sin against his talent. And he said that one sentence changed my life completely, because I realized I was sinning against the talent that I was born with. He started like painting at like 5 years old. And he said from that minute on, he said, I stopped. And he had like a heavy duty addiction.
Wow.
So, you know, because when you have that kind of money and power and fame and whatever.
Let's work out the time frame. In this, how old would he have been? In the,
They said in the 70s.
so let's
Yeah.
go 75. When if he was died at 90, what, 98?
96.
97. He was not quite 97. He'd be
All right,
97
so
in 2 weeks. So
97 in 2
So
weeks.
who's got the calculator? 'Cause
I don't. Well, I've got a phone. Does it have a
I didn't sign up to do math, bro.
He was born in 26.
Okay,
Yeah,
Does
so
that
same
help?
as my mom.
36, 46, 56, 60. He was 50. So what a perfect time to get into cocaine.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, who wasn't at that time though? But you know that the point of that whole thing was that whole cocaine thing. That was, you know, we were never like drug people, but we started doing it because it would keep us awake. We could get through the show. We could go to the next show. It was like our little, you know, and everybody said, you can't get addicted to this. Everyone said, no, this is the one drug. That's why I'd never touch heroin, but I'll do coke because I can't get addicted. That's what people would say. That's what everybody said. And then, you know, I saw people going down like, you know,
If you could get addicted to cocaine,
we would have
we would have been addicted to cocaine.
Yeah.
Some people just like the way it smells.
I mean, you can get habitually addicted is another thing.
yeah,
But physically addicted, if you stop doing heroin, you do tons of heroin for years and stop dead,
Yeah.
bad things will happen to you.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Well, with cocaine, it's a psychological addiction. It's not such a
Yeah.
physical
Yeah.
addiction. But
Well-
I remember being like, you know, backstage and we're just like exhausted. And I was like, who's got a bump? And everybody's like, I don't have any. I don't have any. And we would look at each other like, how are we going to do the show? Like, how are we going to get through this day? That's how much, you know, we started to rely on it.
Yep.
So
I had a
I used to just
I had
like
a
the way
friend
it
who shall
felt.
remain nameless. This friend just happened to resurface at the same time that Lori and I first got together at the end of '81. And this friend was straight, nice Jewish kid from a very
Doctor's
nice
son.
area, doctor's son, and figured out that if he dealt tons or pounds or whatever of cocaine and didn't get hung up in it, he could make a lot of money fast.
Yep.
And he did.
Yeah, and he never
And
did it.
never did it. Didn't
Never
it? Never
did
yeah,
even.
that was the rule. You don't touch it.
Yeah.
or
and
you're gonna
he
end up-
said to me, you know, he said to us, "Do you want some?" And I said, "Well, yeah, we want
Yeah.
some." And the guy was like giving us a quarter, and I'm not saying a quarter ounce, a quarter like every couple of weeks. We'd either fly up to Boston, and I don't even know how much money we would have owed this guy, and he was just like, forget it.
Yep.
And we were so, and then it just stopped, and it was like, thank God for Jolt
Because he
Cola.
went to jail.
Yeah, he went to jail.
He got busted.
Yeah, well, that's what they said. They said the life expectancy for somebody to deal coke and not get, you know, like and end up in jail, it was a max of like 2.5, 3 years, and then you were like definitely going to get busted because people were so desperate for it. There was no being discreet, you know,
Well,
and
this is
everybody
what-
was doing it. Doctors,
this is-
lawyers, you name it.
He
But this
made
is from
money.
somebody who never did it. Somebody who never did it. Playing with musicians that habitually did cocaine, they needed it to get back to zero.
Yep.
Yep.
Hey,
Yep.
uh-huh.
That was
Absolutely.
for me being on stage with them. That was the
100%.
problem.
But I'll
Yes.
tell you something else. And a friend of mine told me that he used to do it because he was in such a miserable situation that he was starting to hate his favorite thing to do, and that used to give him his enthusiasm to cut through the bullshit. My friend said.
Your friend said,
I don't know if it worked or not.
I know what I
I'll
would
ask
do.
him.
I would do coke, and then I would need a drink to like take the edge off.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then I would need coke to like bring me back
To
up.
be able to walk again.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
You know what, I wouldn't, and it's interesting because I think about this all the time now, you know, back in perspective, and I especially with Booker because I know your course was so very different than most people's, which is I say bravo.
I say bravo too.
The fact that we all made it here to this place by our own rules is the only thing that really matters. Everybody's clear, everybody's focused, everybody's healthy, everybody's moving forward. And however you got here, you know what? I don't have regrets, but it's interesting to hear you say that, Booker, because I had a friend, one of the best guitar players I've ever heard in my life, had never ever even taken a puff off a joint or a drink or anything. And the guy was just from another planet. And I couldn't, I couldn't relate because it was like, how can you be that? Well, anyway, I know.
Yeah.
So you guys want to do some drugs or what?
Let's go.
The hardest thing to quit was cigarettes.
Yeah, that was
Well, nicotine is rough.
Oh, it's the most insidious drug ever.
Yeah.
Actually, if you really want to go there, sugar is. So
Well, that's true.
I
People
don't,
like sugar.
I don't have a hard time stopping sugar. Because
As the cakes come rolling in.
Yeah.
but I stopped dead for weeks. No, because I use what's the stevia in my tea, and I try to drink less and less Diet Coke. But so I don't have like sugar on my cereal or any of that shit. Yes, I am a sugar glom when it happens. It's like, come
Yeah.
on. But I don't get that crash. I don't know. It's
He's like your husband was at Costco, Mousy. He sees the cake or the pie, but he's in the car and drops me off at the grocery and says, "Do good," which means get some junk.
right. I don't have to tell her.
You know, I was out, I ran out to get something for dinner tonight. And as I'm checking out of the store, I see Reese's peanut butter cups at the checkout counter, of course, where they put them in front of your eyes. And I'm like, all right, I'm bringing this home for Michael. And I walk in the house with stuff and he goes, "Why did you get this?" I said, "Because I know you like it." He goes, "I know I like it." He goes, "Don't get it." And I said, "Bro, how about, the man who was so disciplined, he would sit at his piano bench for 12 straight hours and only get up to go to the bathroom as he was training, like learning to play."
The piano monk.
Yeah, exactly. Can't pass up a fucking orange thing of Reese's peanut butter cup. Like,
Well, let me.
how about channeling some of that discipline somewhere else, maybe?
We're talking about all this. All this good health stuff. Wait a minute. I gotta
Right.
show you this. This is.
I'll be right back. I gotta go bring the kid her glasses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen. Thanks.
Yeah.
I grew up. My parents had
You see
candy
those
bar.
horror? That would be my hand covering my junk. That would be my inner thigh, otherwise known as my gracilis.
Yeah, I did that last week.
And if you remember, this is the strangest thing. If you remember, I told you that where the pain was in the top of the quad. It felt like I pulled the top of the quad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where my hip bends.
And it wasn't bruised last
and there
week.
was no bruising at all, and there's no pain on the inside of my leg whatsoever. And the other morning, I get up and I'm sitting on there, and we're looking, and it's like, what the? It's
Like 4 days after he did it.
4
5
days after, and I've got total mobility. I mean,
And it started hurting him more.
I felt I could feel the gracilis, was injured. I could now feel because I've dealt with pain so long in my life that I know how to deal with it mentally.
But our doctor saw it yesterday and didn't think anything about it.
Yeah, so it's
And you don't know exactly how it happened?
Oh, I know
knows.
exactly.
Oh, you do? Because you said you kind of fell back, pulled backwards or something?
500-pound tree limb.
Oh, right.
That was
Just-
hanging still from the
and
hurricane.
I'm still trying to figure out because it happened so fast. It was like being swatted by King Kong. It was unbelievable, and I can't replay, and I don't have a security camera to look back at how I injured it. Because the one thing that I do is stretch, and I'm as limber as I could want to be, and I think that's the only reason I wasn't crippled. But I can't figure out how the injury happened, whether I stabbed the
Well, you
leg
fell down.
and I definitely fell down, but I rolled out of it. But there was some point where I had to have some sort of hyperextension that caused that
Yeah.
error.
It happened so fast you're not even aware of it.
Whoa, so
Bam.
fast.
Yeah,
it was man, it was unbelievable.
Well, my last Saturday gig ended up getting rained out as usual.
And I was going to go to it.
Oh,
And,
really?
and yes, and then you posted because I was like just about to get in the car. And thank God you said it's canceled because I mean, that was very thoughtful of you because you posted it pretty quick,
I did because you know what? A lot of my friends, will just come to hang. and
Right.
annoy me while I'm mixing.
That's what I
So,
was gonna do.
That's what you're gonna do, of course. But you're always welcome to come. You wouldn't annoy me, but it's the people who like are sitting chatting, yak, yak, yak to me. And I'm like, I'm working here. It's like, what's that thing do? I love that one. What's that do?
Hey, don't touch that. Whoops.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, I think I told you at these gigs, now that the summer is getting later in the summer and it's getting darker again earlier,
Yeah.
I'm out there with the iPad and fucking moths are like landing on my iPad because of the light. And I'm trying not to smear them or swap them off. And I'm like, whoa, there goes the guitar.
You need a beekeeper suit.
Yeah, right.
Wow. Think about mail. Maybe you got an invention there. Maybe you invented the bug net for outdoor.
I'll be on Shark Tank with that. So everybody tune in.
I know. Listen, I can get to Mark Cuban. Let me know. All right. Speaking of Shark Tank, where's Angus? No.
Stella, her glasses.
All right, her glasses. Okay, so if we had an idea for Shark Tank, what would it be? What would you bring to the sharks?
It's usually the simplest, stupidest things that are most successful. When people come in with like a new great, even if it's something that could be like earth changing, like world changing, of some kind of amazing elixir, energy drink, or something like that, they're always like, oh, the market's already saturated with that. It's really a niche. So they'll pass up on that. And then that thing that Lori bought into, that little spongy thing with the happy face.
What?
You know what I'm talking about? That scrubby pad that's in every store everywhere. What was it called? I don't know, Mr. Something. Somebody came to her with this thing.
On the Shark Tank.
yeah.
Lori?
Yeah, Lori of the Shark Tank.
Okay.
And it made like billions of dollars. It's in every store, and it's in like convenience stores and in gas stations and in car washes, so people could scrub. And it's just a stupid like yellow round face with a happy face on it, but I guess it's got some kind of texture to it. And
Scrubby Daddy.
is that what it's called? Scrubby
I
Daddy?
think Scrubby
Yeah,
Daddy.
something like that.
Scrubby Daddy, very nice.
Thank you,
Jeff.
Bazooka
What
Joe.
would you bring to the? What would you bring to the sharks?
Me?
Yeah, Jeff, Joe, anybody?
No, I have one I would bring, and this probably isn't going to resonate with the women on the show, but with the men, I would bring a spring that works on toilet seats and keeps them up. And then when you need to, you put it down and sit on it. And the reason I would do that is when you go to a concert or a sporting event or a train station or anywhere, they're covered in pee. But if the seat was up, then it wouldn't be. And then you would just hold it down and sit on it. And then when you get up, it would go away. To me, that seems genius, having been to hundreds of concerts and events with pee all over the seat. I'm like, we need a spring, and I call it the spring clean, because also they wouldn't have to clean it as much. Like, think about the amount of time it takes the janitors at the garden to clean all the toilet seats, right?
Yeah.
Now, I know it sounds crazy, but I've had a lot of spare time when I'm sitting at the mixing board. You run out to pee and then you're at the board. I got to think about something,
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I would take that to the shark. Booker, you have one?
Yeah, urinals that the floor underneath the urinals are automatically cleaned as well. That's because every club that I play in, I usually make an announcement somewhere between the second and third set that says, men, please, when you go to the bathroom, at least aim for the urinal.
In the same room, at least.
Free beer if you hit the white cake.
Okay, so what would you take to the sharks?
So you would bring the automatic floor cleaning bar bathroom?
Yes.
Okay.
And that would be all around.
I got that.
Yes.
Okay. Jeff, what are you bringing?
This is really strange because along Joe's lines, I had an idea for the spray away, which was as the toilet seat, as you open the lid, a shield comes up on either side to prevent splash over.
Uh-huh,
Oh, that's very nice.
That's kind of, yeah.
right.
So that's
It's a
well, that's
toilet theme thing here.
I mean, it's funny, but you know, guys who use public restrooms, you know, you realize that it's pretty disgusting. And
Well, women are fairly disgusting too, I have to tell
Yeah.
you. At some of the,
What was
at the
your-
bigger concert venues, it's, you know, like I walk in and I'm like, okay, not this one, move down to the next one, not this one, move down to the next one. I mean,
Yep.
you know, especially when there's alcohol involved, I think
Right.
people lose all kinds of like,
There's
So,
always
but
some-
would yours be the outdoor mixing iPad net? Is that what you would bring?
yeah, I think so. I think so, because honestly, more, you know, it used to be there was no LED boards ever. And now even if you're mixing on like a major thing, everything's lit up, right, Joe? Every
Yeah.
channel is lit up. So yeah.
so you're attracting all the bugs. And my other pet peeve, and I've written to Yamaha about this, like guys have $100,000 consoles, they don't have an undo. Like we
Yeah.
should have 99 levels of undo. So if you swat that bug and you've now made the guitar way too loud, just hit undo.
Hit it back. Yeah.
There's no
exactly.
undo. Why is it's a computer?
return.
Why is there no
Why
undo?
Undo? I have I have 99 levels.
Yes, on Pro Tools,
Yeah.
but not on a live console. Isn't that
What-
crazy?
What would you bring to the Sharks?
I would bring.
Jeff, you're thinking. Do you know of a? You're
I
going
would
through your
bring-
mind. Is there a undo on a console you know of?
No, yes, only on mine.
I don't know, maybe
On
maybe
my
the average-
C24 has an undo, but I would bring to the Sharks soup bowls with a slanted bottom, so that you didn't have to tip up
Tilt
the
it.
bowl to get the last.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, that's a great idea because they do the bowls where the bowl's slanted, but not the bottom.
Yeah.
You gotta slant the bottom,
Right.
right?
Well, I've been thinking of this lately,
Uh-oh.
and I don't know, but okay. Do you ever notice when you see
It's all right.
other women, their makeup, their eye makeup is like, if they have eyeliner, it's kind of like globbed on, and their mascara is globbed on. Now, I have a big magnifying mirror, but I need to put glasses on to be able to see, but I can't put eye makeup on with glasses on. And if I take my glasses off, I can't really see. So I think they need to invent something that extends your glasses out or something so you can see with your glasses while you're looking at the magnifying mirror to put your makeup on.
I think they already invented something for that. It's called a more powerful magnifying mirror.
No.
No.
No, you have to have your.
Uh-oh.
You think mine was good?
I thought it was
I
good.
do
No,
think
it's
it's good.
terrific, honey. I'm going to write a check right now.
You're such a
No, but
There's
it's
your
it's,
first investor.
it's a problem that like I would never think of, but clearly it's got to be a problem. If you're a woman and you wear glasses, how do you do your eyes?
So here's the thing that I've
Well, that-
actually seen. There's a magnifying eyeglasses, but it only has like a lens. Okay, so there's a lens in this side, and in this side, it's a frame that fits on your face, but there's no lens in it, so you can do the makeup. And then the opposite side, so that you could see really well with one eye to do whatever people do when they
Mhm.
wear makeup. I don't really know.
Yeah, but I mean,
I've worn makeup in the past, but I'm
I
not,
don't know.
you know,
There's
so
two magnifying mirrors in my part of the bathroom. Which
Yep.
one do you use?
the
one
light up one.
Or the shaving mirror.
But I
That's
do
I can see my red blood cells with this.
I know.
have. Can I tell you, you don't need to wear glasses to read, and I do.
Well, I know you do.
So
Yeah,
I
I
have
don't
to
Yeah.
take them
glasses
off, put
too.
the makeup on, and I have noticed, like older women, that their makeup always looks horrible, and I think
Because
that's
they're
why.
blind, honey, and they
That's
shave
right, they need
because they put it
glasses.
on like this.
you
That's
know,
why.
Lori, it's funny that you're saying that though, because when I used to work with Marion McPartland, her makeup, I would always pull her aside and go, Marion, she'd have these like Alice Cooper eye things going on.
Yeah,
I would
That's because
say,
she
get over
make
here.
it dark.
mascara's just like clumps, you know.
Well, and Don, nice to see you tonight. Where
Hi,
are
Don.
you?
Pardon?
Where are you?
I'm in my dining room.
Oh, okay. That's very nice. Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of a modern touch there.
Every time we see you, Don, you're like in a different, like, a couple weeks ago, you were like in bed. And then
Hospital.
last week you were, sitting up. And now look at you, all normal and up, eating dinner. See?
No,
Come
I'm
on,
Next,
not,
you're
I'm
on
not,
next week,
ICQ.
you're gonna be riding a horse.
Hey, everybody, I'm gonna sign off.
Okay.
Oh,
Hi,
Jeff,
Jeffrey.
Travel
Have a good
safe,
safe
you
trip.
Jeff,
kids.
We got
Jeff,
a pit stop to make here.
my pastor's for you
Bluebell.
tonight, so I'll tell you about it later.
Long John.
No,
Yeah.
it's what I thought you would have, but you're in the car, so you don't have it. You want me to show your No, you got to get
Show
off,
it
right?
to him.
What?
Show it to him.
All right,
We
let
got
me get it
another
as
minute.
fast
We got
as I
another
can.
couple minutes. We got
All
another
right,
couple
hang
minutes.
on. Let me get it. Here it is. 2008, Red Rocks, sound check, The Police.
Yep. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't know who this photographer guy is, and you might be back there somewhere.
Yeah, probably. I think that's one of the fans on the drums, isn't it? Or is that
No,
Stuart?
it's Stuart in a
That's
striped
Stuart.
shirt. He looks like he's in a prison garb.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Mm.
Yeah, Red Rocks was fun. All right, you guys.
All right.
Have a
Well,
good one.
take care,
Bye,
Jeff.
See ya.
Bye, Judith.
Bye, Judith.
Bye,
Bye,
Judith.
Judith.
Bye.
Bye.
Whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
Yeah, keep doing it. And Phil, I got to tell you, I was looking for the pasture today. And Joe, I know you take this very seriously, and I just the shit that happened on this day for the past 400 years, I was like depressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And I
know.
said, you know what? It's time to change. We've been in the pasture. Let's go to the future. Right? Isn't that the other half? If I don't see you in the future, I'll see you in the
Yeah.
pasture. So,
Yeah.
so you will remember that I was talking about AI, having the AI do things.
Yeah.
So I decided, because I have, and just a little art program, but I decided to write something into my AI and see what picture it gave me, and that would be my future. So I wrote rock and roll show and tell in the future, and this is what I got. Let me take me out of this.
Oh, that's cool.
Whoa.
It's pretty cool. I must say. I don't know why I can't get me out of here. Wait, let me get out of the way. It was so I decided that the pasture is not where I want to see everybody again. So I'm going into the future. That's my theme. Do with it what you will. But that's what came out. I put in exactly what it says here: rock and roll, show and tell in the future. And it came up with a bunch of images, and it would have kept coming up with them. But this was the one that I picked because I thought, whoa, that's not the one I picked. That needs to stop. No, that needs to stop. So yeah, that was, and it's cool, that thing. I use it all the time when I can't decide. I like to tell it stuff and see what it says.
What's yours, Angus?
Yeah, what's yours?
I didn't know. I just found out about this at the beginning of the show, so I still
I
have.
fucked everybody up. I'm sorry. It's
Yeah,
my-
I have a patch.
Are we going for the future for the next weeks or
Yes,
just
yes, for the following weeks. Yeah, the future. Yeah, so
What's
on
happening
this day in the future.
How would you even know?
That's
He's smart.
you're watching Harry Potter, aren't you? God. Oh, there you go.
So even though the moon landing was July 20th,
Mm-hmm.
the first step on the moon was July 21st.
That is such a mind blower to me.
I know. You know what? Every time I think of it, it's just incredible to me. Every time I look at that moon and I think, people from my country, possibly the stupidest country on the planet, managed to get there and walk around and like take rocks and send back pictures and stuff. And it was like,
Amazing.
so long ago. I was a kid at the time. We were all kids at the time. Some of us probably weren't even born, but
We were born.
Yeah.
it's just like amazing to me. You know, I get so excited because I have to think like, okay, maybe there's hope. If we could do that back then with the technology that was at that time, maybe there's hope for us to like, save what's ever not washed away or burned down at this
I
point.
say that all the time. I say that sooner or later there's going to be enough. Nobody's going to be able to tell what anybody is, who anybody is. It's all going to be very singular, and that's when it has to become very communal. And I think the coming generations, it's going to take time for that to, for what we feel should be happening right now, for it to actually be second nature to the population. So on that happy note, Booker, who's standing behind you ready to chop?
Well, you can't see his face, but this day in 1960, Elvis got his first black belt.
From
He
Stone,
took that shit really
right?
seriously too, right?
He wound up 8th degree. So
That's
Hey,
unbelievable.
Don.
And
Yo.
he
Don stuck in.
I let him in.
Oh, did you say who
Snuck
knew?
in.
Yeah.
He said, "Well, where were you?"
Oh, maybe.
Certainly not getting me another cup of tea.
No, I was turning the mashed potatoes on.
He studied with what was the guy's name?
hold on.
The
Stone.
guy that Priscilla ended up
Mike
going,
Stone?
Right,
Mike Stone.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
The one that
And
Priscilla
Mike
ended up
Stone said one of the coolest things ever. So that's a perfect one, Booker.
What did he
Because
say?
well, there was, Elvis had gotten pretty good. I mean, he had worked really hard, but I mean, no disrespect, with some black belt awards, that kind of stuff is.
I know.
bullshit.
Some people buy their black belts.
But Elvis is believing his own press, and now Mike Stone has got Priscilla, and Elvis Presley is talking about, he's starting to rumble. The Memphis Mafia is winding him up. You know what I mean? He's saying, I'm going to call out Mike Stone. I know I can kick his ass. I know he taught me everything. I know everything. And so it gets back to Mike Stone, and Mike Stone says, it doesn't matter whether the stone hits the pitcher or the pitcher hits the stone. It's going to be bad for the pitcher. So
Not
there you
like
go.
a baseball pitcher. Like
No.
A vase.
I think they knew, honey.
Ah.
They knew.
Wow. Hey, Mousy,
Yo,
just because you're on that, my father-in-law worked on the Lem with Grumman.
really?
Through all the
Grumman.
Yeah, through all the Apollo missions. Where Franny was living, they lived in Houston during the Apollo missions and everything. And Franny used to go swimming over at Armstrong's house, swimming with his kids and everything.
Wow.
But something my father-in-law told me one time after he had a little bit too much to drink, but he said he was in the control room. I think I told you this, Steve, right? Yeah, he's in the control. Yeah, he was in the control room while I forgot the guy's name. The guy that was running the whole show from down here was talking to Armstrong.
Chris Kraft.
I think that's who it was. But he says, have you seen anybody today? And Armstrong says, they're standing up on the hill watching us right now. How weird is that?
Wow.
That is very weird.
Now, my father-in-law probably had about 14 rum and cokes.
Oh.
So I don't know how much that story actually changed,
Yeah, but come on. I mean, listen, that's a good topic to go out on.
Just
That's
just
terrestrial life.
when what's his name, Buzz Aldrin was asked what he was gonna. Oh, Buzz Aldrin, was it Buzz Aldrin said to Neil, said, if you have a set of balls on you, what you'll do when you say, instead of saying something, you'll just go, what's that? And scream and
Buzz Aldrin was born in the hospital that I work at Mountainside Hospital. They renamed it. They just redid like a whole big nursery and named it after, and he came and toured it and stuff. So yeah. And honestly, everybody's like, oh, it's Buzz Aldrin. To me, I was like, this guy has been on the moon. I wanted to like just touch his robes, just talk about
Oh.
traveling.
Talk about, you always ask if we're going to do something special this week. Tomorrow, I am going to my 48th high school reunion.
Oh,
Wow.
we are going to need
And
pictures.
it's the first reunion I am going to, period.
Wow.
People are going to be screaming when you walk in that haven't that you never went to any of the
We
other
could have a
reunions.
special edition of the show if you want.
I don't know how I feel about this. So,
Rock and roll show and tell. Look at you now.
Oh, yeah.
You know what though, Book? I have to tell you because I felt the same way. And now I like run all the reunions in my town for like even classes that I didn't go to. But the first time I went, I was like, talk about the outcast in high school, a small town, nerdy tech girl, like hippie, whatever. There's no cheerleading in my future or past or whatever, I wasn't, I was just like in my own little young Sheldon world
There
kind
was
of.
that one cheer. Chug, 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 chug.
Really, I was working at the Capitol Theater in Passaic. Like it was like a different world for me. And I'm sure there were people at that time that looked at me like, oh God, she's going to die of a drug overdose or end up, like just in some terrible life. And then you go there and you see these people and all that shit falls away. All the people who were like the jocks versus the nerds versus the, weirdos versus the brains versus the band people, all that stuff falls away.
Yeah.
Well, the only reason I haven't gone is I'm worried about getting stabbed. Otherwise.
Joe, did you ever go?
But
Tell me
the reason I'm going is because a couple of people on the steering committee actually sought me out and asked me to come.
That's awesome, bro.
That's so cool.
Okay. I said if I was available, I would go. And I got the tickets on Tuesday, and I think they sent me the invite in February.
And this is the high school reunion?
It's my high school reunion.
That's going to be fun. You're going to have a fun time, I'm telling you. Now, if you hit the lottery tonight, you could roll up there like Mr. Money.
He hits the lottery tonight. He is not going to that reunion.
Yeah, I really good reunion.
Oh, are you kidding? He'd be making it rain at the reunion.
Oh, I have a lottery joke.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So some guy is sitting there with his wife and, they're watching on TV about, the jackpot's building, whatever. And he says to his wife, he goes, what would you do if I hit the lottery? And she says, I'd take half and I'd leave you. And he goes, well, I won $12 today. Here's $6. Keep in touch.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Okay, Booker, TV John wants to know if it's Westbury High School.
Absolutely.
Oh, well, he must know a little
Westbury
bit
High School.
more about you than we do.
Is that TV school?
Is that your school TV?
Westbury High?
I don't know.
Sounds like a TV show. Sounds like an after-school special.
Westbury High.
I can hear the theme song. I'm writing it in my head as we speak.
Right?
Don, put up the tracks. Westbury High School.
Yeah. And since you just crooned a little bit there, I don't know, I joined late. Did we pay our respects to the great
Tony Bennett? Yeah.
Yes, we did.
man? Well, that'll teach me to be late to the meeting.
Well, no, listen, that's okay. You didn't get the gift bag either, so don't worry about it. But
Okay, TV went to Tresper Clark.
Clark High School. Yeah, that's not that far away.
oh,
Were they
Tresper
rivals?
Clark High School is my first concert ever, and it was Edgar Winter's White Trash.
wow. What year was that?
Man.
Ooh, I was 14, maybe.
So that would have had Rick Derringer in it.
No, he came out at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah. It was Edgar Winter's White Trash featuring Jerry LaCroix.
Oh
That
man.
was one badass
Yeah.
band.
And then
Yeah.
you thought everything was going to be that good after, right?
And
Yeah.
that,
Like after
know,
the first blowaway concert, and then you just think like this is
Yeah.
amazing, and then you
There
go
was
to another concert and it
couple of,
might
like-
suck, but
there was a couple of mediocre things in between, and then I went and saw Earth, Wind, and Fire open for War
Oh.
at Nassau Coliseum. But the concert I saw before, about a month before that, was LaBelle opening for Earth, Wind, and Fire at Hofstra Playhouse.
Oh, so that
Oh
had
my
to be
God.
Eddie Martinez and Carmine.
Yep.
No, it was way before them.
Really?
Before that?
Yeah, way before them.
so
Wow.
Carmine is what, a year or two older than me, and I was what? That was 74. I was 17.
Wow. Yeah, maybe it was before that.
Yeah,
he's only a couple years older than you. I would think he'd be older.
he's like a couple of years older than me. That's it, pretty much.
Great guy.
It's amazing when you think about what people in their like late teens and early 20s were doing. And every time I think about Steve Winwood, doing at 16 years old, or Michael Shreve at Woodstock,
Yeah.
like kids, like they don't even know like what is going on. They're just there doing the music so purely and just from their hearts. They're not concerned about fame. They're not concerned about money. They're not concerned about anything. They just go out and do the music and just have no idea where that's going to go.
Yeah.
It's like we've seen Shaka Khan forever. I don't think Shaka Khan is 70.
I don't know.
She probably, no, I don't think she is.
I don't think Shaka Khan is 70. And we've been seeing her for freaking ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, she is.
So yeah.
Oh, God.
So Don, are you going to your
No.
high school reunion?
I went to one high school reunion and I didn't remember anyone. I felt terrible about it. And it wasn't like everyone remembered me, but there were like people who came up and they said, "Oh, Don, what are you doing?" It's like, who are you?
Yeah, but I got to tell you, this is the thing. And Booker, I know you got to.
You got to go. Shaka Khan just turned. She
Just
just turned
turned.
70.
Yeah,
She just turned 70 in March.
when
Shaka
you
Khan.
when you wearing the badge at NAM,
Yeah.
or wherever, and everybody goes, "Hey, Steve, how are you?" It's like I'm not going through that. I can't stand that. That just drives me nuts.
But I've had people that I've run into from my high school over the years, and nobody recognizes me from high school.
Really?
Nobody.
What'd you look like in high school, Buck?
Not like I look
No.
like, but I'll see how many people recognize me tomorrow.
Did you wear glasses in high
Booker
school?
in high school?
No.
Were you Booker in high school?
No, Booker was later.
Oh, so
Hey,
Did you wear
all of
glasses
the
in high school?
All of these, sometimes, not all.
Okay.
Sometimes. It's funny because my wife calls me Booker, and nobody at this reunion, with the exception of a couple of people that I know since, will call me Harold. Will call me by my.
Mom does.
So what's going to be on your name tag then?
It'll be Harold.
Yep.
It has to be because
Hi,
nobody knows.
Harold.
You better bring that badge and show us
Yep.
next week.
Watch
You
her
know.
Wait, man. I
That's
saw
the
you
reason
play
why
on
that,
Booker.
other than the musicians that know me, I don't have a lot of friends from my high school as Facebook friends, and I'm absolutely sure it's because they don't know who to look for,
Right.
and I'm cool
Yeah,
with.
right.
And
It's
I'm
a
good.
blessing. Nah, listen, you know what? It's different for everybody,
Yep.
and that's So gigs, everybody gigs, no gigs.
I'm gigging tonight. See you tomorrow.
Okay, well we're gonna let you bail
Bye,
then.
Bub.
All right, take
Take
care.
Have
care.
a great night, bro.
Bye,
Thanks,
Booker.
see you later,
See you
Booker.
next week and have fun tomorrow. Take pictures.
She's gone for like 10 minutes already.
Oh.
And don't forget to bring your wallet and
Don't forget
Yeah,
to
yeah.
write.
Okay, well,
Is that it?
that's it.
That's
Wow.
it.
Say
Boom.
I'm out of here. I'll
8
see
o'clock.
everybody
All right,
later.
time for
See you.
bye,
PBS.
everyone.
Take
See
your
you, Don.
meds.
Children in the lawn, we love you.
See you, Lori. See
Bye.
you, Steve.
Love you
Take care,
guys.
kids. See ya.
See everybody.
See you next week.
I do love Fridays. Don, take your time.
I'm just slow.
No, you're fine.
What did he say?
I could play it back. I don't know. You want to keep hanging out, or you want to
Oh,
go
man.
and eat some dinner?
Dinner.
Okay, so you know what they say.
What?
Well, first of all, I got it. People were sending, and thank you.
Yes.
Yep. See how that? And then there's. Oh, we cannot forget that the Hoodle will bring you all good fortune.
Or the ladybug.
Or the ladybug. We didn't have a ladybug.
Okay, Tuesday
There's no
night,
ladybug.
Angus will be here with a repeat, and we'll see you on Wednesday.
Right, and if we don't see you in the future, wait a minute. Ooh.
If we don't see you in the future,
It's coming, it's coming. We'll see you in the pasture.
good night, everybody.
Take care, kids.